Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Namaste. Now, in the chapter 7 of Natya Shastra, Bhava Vyanjaka, we move on to the next element of the bhava, which is the Vyabhichari bhava. So, earlier we saw Vibhava, Anubhava, and of course the Sthayi bhava, which is the durable psychological state. Now, we will move on to the complementary psychological state, that is Vyabhichari bhava. From the name, we understand that it complements the Sthayi bhava. So, let us see what is Bharata's view on this and how he has explained this Vyabhichari bhava. He says, Evam ete sthayi bhavaha pratyavagantavyaha. Pratyavagantavyaha. So, these are to be explained here. What are they? These Vyabhichari bhavas, Vyabhicharina idanim vakshyamaha. He is now explaining the Vyabhichari bhavas. He says, Atraha Vyabhicharina iti kasmat uchyate. Again, the question. Atraha Vyabhicharina iti kasmat uchyate. Vi abhi ityetav upasargau. So, why are these called Vyabhicharina? He says, in this, the upasargas, the prefixes are vi and abhi. Chara gatau dhatuhu. So, the dhatu, the root is chara, to move. So, vi abhi chara is known as Vyabhichari. Hence, the word Vyabhichari means those that move in relation to the sentiments, rasa, towards different kinds of objects. That is, the Sanskrit line says, Vividha abhimukena raseshu charanti iti vyabhicharinaha. Charanti, they move towards rasa. Charanti nayanti iti arthaha. So, what is charanti? They move. Nayanti leads. Khatam nayanti. Charanti, nayanti moves. It is carried by. How it is carried by is the question. Then he gives a beautiful example here again, saying, he says, Yata suryam idam nakshatramamum vasaram nayati iti. Nacha tena bahubhyam skandena va niyate. Kintu loka prasiddham yetat. Yatha ayam suryo nakshatram dinam va nayati iti yevam yete vyabhicharina ityavagantavyaha. He says, just as people say the sun carries the nakshatra or that day. So the nakshatra is carried by the sun. That is, the day passes because of the sun. It does not, however, mean that it carries with the arms and shoulders. It is not a literal meaning, he says. It should be understood by the popular belief that as the sun carries the stars, so as it is to be understood that the complementary psychological states, that is, the Vyabhichari bhavas, carries forward the rasa to the rasa. These complementary psychological states are 33 in number. These Vyabhicharis are 33 in number. Vyabhichari. So they carry, and they are not permanently carrying also. They just carry to a level, and then maybe the another Vyabhichari carries, maybe the next Vyabhichari carries, like just the sun carries each and every stars. That is how these Vyabhichari are to be understood. Now he moves on to explain all the 33 Vyabhichari bhavas. Let us see. First is Nirveda. Nirveda means despondency. Nirveda, despondency, is caused by determinants such as being reduced to poverty, getting insulted, abusive language, anger, beating, loss of beloved ones, and the knowledge of loss of beloved ones, etc. Now, how is it to be represented on the stage? By weeping, sighing, deep breath, and deliberation. And this is a part of women and inferior men, says Bharata. The sloka for this is Daridrya Ishtaviyogaischa Nirvedo Nama Jayate Sampradharana Nishvasais Tasya tu Abhinayo Bhavet. So the despondency grows out of being reduced to poverty, etc. And the Nishvasa, that is, it should be represented by deep breathing. The two aryas referred here are Ishtajana Viprayogat Daridryat Vyadistatha Dukkhat Paravriddhim Va Drishtva Nirvedo Nama Sambhavati. Despondency rises from loss of dear ones, poverty, disease, etc. Bashpa parilupta nayanaha punascha nishvasa dina mukha netraha yogiva dhyana paro bhavati hi nirvedan purushaha. A despondent man has the eyes bathed in tears, face and eyes miserable due to heavy breathing, and he is like a yogi absorbed in meditation. So this is the representation of Anubhava for Nirveda, he says. So each and every Vyabhichari bhava should be felt and expressed, and it won't stay for long. That is why it is called Vyabhichari. It travels. It either the Vyabhichari is the same Vyabhichari is for many sthai bhavas, can be depicted in many sthai bhavas, or for a particular story or for a particular Sai Bhava, this Vyabhichari Bhava should stay only for a particular time. If it pervades fully, then it will become Sai Bhava. So it's not a dormant emotion. So it only travels. So that's why it is called Vyabhichari Bhava. The second one, Glani, weakness. Weakness, as already known, determinants such as vomiting, sickness, austerities, etc. And consequence, how is to be represented by weak voice, lustrous eyes, pale face, slow gait, etc. And the sloka says, Vanta virikta vyadhishu tapasa jarasa cha jayate glanihi karshyena sabhineya mandakramana anukampena. Weakness grows due to vomiting, sickness, etc. The same thing represented by karshyena, thinness of the body, mandakramanena, slow walk, kampena, anukampena. Kampa refers to the trembling body. So these are to be represented through the body language and through, of course, the sattva and of course also the words. Poor gait, slackness of limbs, etc. So if you see, each and every paragraph is intensified. The prose, a line, gives a detailed description. I am not reading out the prose line. If you go and check the text, you will be seeing. But the verse, the shloka, gives you intact the meaning of the crux of that particular element. Third one is Shanka, apprehension. Shanka means doubt, and it is always connected with Stri and inferior types, he says. Vibhavas such as theft, etc. Anubhavas such as hesitating movements, dryness of mouth, etc. Of course, change of color in the face, dry lips, all these are given here. The shloka says, Chauryadi janita shanka prayaha karya bhayanake priya vyalika janita tatha shringarini mata. Apprehension is mainly the terrible sentiment, and it is due to robbery and others. In erotic sentiment, it is due to deception from the part of the lover. The Nayaka deceived by Nayika, or the Nayika deceived by Nayaka. This Shanka arises. Again, this is divided into two types. Dvivida Shanka Karya Hyatma Samutta Cha Parasamutta Cha Ya Tatratma Samutta Sa Nyeya Drishti Cheshtabhihi. So, it is divided into two types. Atma Samutta, arising from one's own self. Shanka, doubt, arising from self, or because of one others' looks or efforts. And here, or because of another person. Here, that arises from self is to be known from one's own look and effort. The Shankha, I have a doubt. What is this? Like that, while feeling the person himself or herself has that Shankha, and it should be represented. Kinchit pravepitango tathonmukho vikshate cha parshvani. Guru sajjamana jihvaha shyavasyaha shankitaha purushaha. Shankitaha purushaha. A man with apprehension has a dark face, thick and protruding tongue, slightly trembling limbs, and constantly looks sideways, he says. Shankitaha purushaha, the person who has doubt. So, pravepitango. So, it's also the vepattu, the trembling of the body, is to be represented on the stage. Next comes envy, asuya. The fourth one is asuya, envy. Envy, of course, is caused by the determinants such as various offenses, hatred on other people's wealth, good luck, intelligence, sports, etc. And it should be represented through anubhavas such as finding faults, decrying their virtues, and not paying any heed to these people, and knitting eyebrows, abusing others, etc. Bharata says, Parasaubhagyeshvara, Saubhagyaishvaratam medha leelasa muchrayam drishtva utpadyate hyasuya kritaparadho bhavedyascha. So envy arises in the person who's displeased to see others, and especially other person's good fortune, wealth and intelligence, and exuberance of sportiveness. How he should represent? Brukuti kutilot mukhaihi Shersha krodha pravrittavatangaihi. Shersha krodha parivrittavaktradyaihi. Guna nashana vidveshaihi. Sthaya. Guna nashana vidveshair asya abhinayaha prayoktavyaha. So it is to be represented by Mrukuti, Kutilo, Kutila, distorted face, knitting eyebrows, etc. And Utkata Mukaihi, turning away, the face turning away, Irsha, in jealousy, in anger, Krodha, and also on seeing other people's virtue and showing hatred towards them. This is the abhinaya to be performed for asuya, envy. Fifth one is intoxication. Intoxication, mada, is caused by, the main thing is drinking of liquor and similar other things. It is of three kinds: light, medium, and excessive. It is caused by the determinants such as kaschin matto gayati roditi, kaschit tata hasati kaschit, parusha vachanabhidayi kaschit, kaschit tata swapiti. While intoxicated, some sing, some laugh, and some use harsh words, while others sleep. Uttama sattvaha shete hasati cha gayati cha madhyama prakritihi. So among the persons of superior type, they sleep. Those of the middling type laugh or sing. Parusha vachanabhidayi roditi api cha adama prakritihi. Adama prakriti, the inferior characters, use harsh words or they cry. So this is seen from the world and given as a definition here for our Kavya Karta to pen the characters. So this is how Bharata gives the pramana of Natya. We'll see Loka Veda Adhyatma. So by witnessing the Loka, the Veda, which is clearly known, the knowledge, and the Adhyatma, self understanding or realizing. See how it is given. So these are to be represented on the stage. Again, based on the light intoxication, it is characterized by smiling face, pleasant feeling, joyful body, slightly faltering words, and slightly unsteady gait, especially for the superior persons. And for the medium intoxicated persons, by drunken and rolling eyes, drooping arms, restlessly thrown about, and irregularly unsteady gait. And for the Adhama, it is excessive intoxication. It is characterized by loss of memory and incapacity to walk due to vomiting, hiccups, cough, etc. And also the protruding tongue and the eyes. All these are to be performed by a inferior person while in Mada. He also adds that the character who is drunk while entering the screen should minimize slowly his actions. But a character who has come onto the stage and later he shows a scene of drinking should show excessive abhinaya. So it is only abhinaya here. Please understand, everything is to be represented. But when there is panic or grief or increase of terror, the intoxication should not happen there. It should be subdued. So that is how, on account of these special conditions, intoxication disappears quickly as the grief passes away on hearing the sad news or on hearing the good news, happiness comes on. So that is how Mada is to be represented. The next one is Shrama. weariness. This is caused by determinants such as walking a long way, exercising of limbs. It should be represented on the stage by consequence such as gently rubbing the body, deep breathing and contraction of mouth, and belching, massaging of limbs, very slow gait, etc. And also contracting the eyes and making the eyes very small because of weariness. The shloka says, Advagati vyayamaihi narasya sanjayate shramo nama nishvasa kheda gamanaihi tasya abhinayaha. Nishvasa kheda gamanaihi tasya abhinayaha prayoktavyaha. So, weariness in man is caused by walking long distance and also exercising. And it is to be represented on the stage by deep breathing, tired gait, etc. Next is alasya, indolence. Indolence is caused by determinants such as lassitude, sickness, pregnancy, etc. It also relates to men of inferior type and women. It will be represented on the stage by aversion towards any kind of work, lying down, sitting down, drowsiness, sleeping, etc. The shloka says, Alasyam tu abhineyam kheda vyadi swabhavajam vapi ahara varjitanam arambhanam anarabhat. Ahara varjitanam arambhanam namarabhat. Arambhanam anarambhat. Indolence arises from lassitude and it should be represented on stage by discontinuance of all activity. So it should be, the activities should be discontinued. So it will be stopped because of alasya, tiredness. Next is depression, dainyam. Dainyam is caused by determinants such as poverty, mental agony, etc. It should be represented by anubhavas such as dullness of the body, absent-mindedness, etc. The shloka says, Chinta autsukya samutha dukkharta deenata bhavet pumsam sarvam mrija pariharaihi vividho abhinayo bhavet tasya. Depression of men proceeds from anxiety, eager expectation and also misery. It will be represented on the stage by giving up of cleansing, etc. So as they are in depression, they just sit without doing anything. Say they do not even cleanse the body. The next one is chinta, anxiety. Anxiety is caused by the determinants such as loss of wealth, theft of favorable object, poverty, etc. And the anubhavas are sighing, breathing, agony, meditation, thinking with a downcast face, thinness of the body, etc. This is given in a beautiful verse. Aishwarya ishtadravya apahara janita bahuprakara tu hridaya autsukya upagata chinta tu nrinam samudbhavati. He says, anxiety of men occurs due to Aishwarya, Ishtadravya apahara janita. Apahara. By taking away, losing the Ishta Jana, loved persons, or Aishwarya, wealth. Hridaya Autsukya Upagata. The heart full of expectations. Because of that, Autsukya, anxiety happens. It will be represented, it should be represented on stage by sighing, etc. Sa uchvasaihi nishvasitaihi santapaihi chaiva hridaya shunyataya abhinetavya chinta mrja vihinaihi adhrityacha. Mrja vibhinair adhrityacha. So it is represented by deep breathing, agony, and absent-mindedness. Hridaya shunyataya. Next is moha, distraction. Moha is caused by accidental injury, distraction, adversity, sickness, fear, agitation, etc. And the consequence should be moving of the limbs, falling down, reeling, etc. The shloka says, Asthane taskaran drishtva trasanairva pritagvidaha tat pratikara shunyasya mohaha samupajayate. What is this? Due to seeing a robber in an unexpected place or from panic of different kinds of distraction occurs in a man when he finds no help. This is given as the determinant. This is given as a determinant, cause. He also adds Vyasanabhighata bhaya purva vaira samsmaranajo bhavati mohaha. Sarvendriya sammohad asya abhinayaha prayoktavyaha. How it has to be felt and expressed. Distraction occurs due to adversity, accidental injury, memory of the past enmity, and it should be represented by suspension of all activities. So this is distraction. Don't connect the term with moha, which is generally thought of as attraction or affection, that especially in dance, moha is done as a feeling of love. See how the terms are represented in different ways in various contexts. Next is smriti, recollection. Recollection is remembered every condition of happiness and misery. And of course, it is presented through disturbed sleep, troubled nights and thinking, constant practice, etc. And also it should be represented by nodding of the head, looking down, raising the eyebrows, etc. The shloka says, Sukha dukkham atikrantam tatha mati vibhavitam vismritam cha yata vritam smaret yaha smritimanasau. He says, one is said to be recollecting something when one remembers past happiness or misery, which was either conceived in mind or actually happened and forgotten. Sukha dukkham atikrantam tata mati vibhavitam vismritam, already forgotten, that you have to recollect. This is called smriti. And how you will be expressing this? Swasthyabhyasa samutha shruti darshana sambhava smritir nipunaihi shira udvahana kampaihi bhruvikshepaihi sa abhinetavya. So very clear definition. So if you understand the Sanskrit words and if you know the meaning of these terms, you will be reading about these terms in upcoming chapters, how you have to use these parts of the limbs. So if you know the meaning, it's very clear. So it is better to read the shloka and understand the meaning. Recollection arises from health-related elements or relating to Vedas and Darshanas, and it should be represented by nodding the head and raising the eyebrows, etc. So he has given, though some are repeated again and again, which are very important, he says he is repeating. Otherwise, he is not repeating the same words. Next is dhriti, contentment. Contentment, dhriti, is caused by vibhavas such as heroism, spiritual knowledge, learning, wealth, purity, good conduct, devotion to one's superiors, etc. And also due to getting excessive money, enjoying the sports, etc. It should be represented through consequence such as enjoyment of obtained objects, gain, not grumbling for the past, and enjoyment, etc. The shloka says, Vijnana Shaucha Vibhava Shruti Shakti Samudbhava Dhritihi Sadbihi Bhaya Shoka Vishadadyai Rahita Tu Sada Prayoktavya. So contentment arising from spiritual knowledge, purity, wealth and power is always to be represented on the stage by the absence of fear, sorrow and sadness, he says. Praptanam upabhogaha shabda sparsha rasa rupa gandhanam apraptau nahi shoko yasyam hi bhavet dhritihi sa tu. When one enjoys attained objects such as sound, touch, taste, form, smell, etc., and he is not sorry over their non-attainment, he is to have contentment. Shabda sparsha rasa rupa gandhanam upabhogaha prapta upabhogaha. Apraptau, he does not have any shoka. He is not sorry over non-attainment, he says. Next is vrida, shame. Shame, vrida, has improper actions, is caused due to improper actions. Determinants such as transgressing words of superiors, disregarding them, non-fulfillment of vows, etc. And it should be represented on the stage by covered face, thinking, downcast face, drawing lines on the ground, touching the cloth, rings, biting the nails, etc. The shloka says, Kaschidakaryam kurvan yohi naro drishyate shuchibiranyaihi paschatapena yuto vridita iti veditavyo asau. When a man, after he has done anything improper, is seen by those who are pure, he becomes repentant and is ashamed. He adds, Bharata adds, Lajjani Guda Vadano Bhumim Vilikan Nakhanscha Vinikrintan Vastranguliyakanam Samsparsham Vriditaha Kuryat. So what he should do? Lajja, due to the shame, he should cover his face. Guda Vadano. Then he has to have a downcast face and draw lines. Likan, Nakhamscha, with his naka he should write on the ground. He or she. Vastra Anguliyakan, holding the vastra, etc. are to be presented on the stage. Are to be presented on the stage when he or she is ashamed of their activities. Next is Chapalata, inconstancy. Inconstancy is caused by determinants such as love, hatred, impatience, jealous, opposition, etc. And it will be represented on the stage by harsh words, rebuke, beating, killing, taking as a prisoner, goading, etc. The shloka says, Avimrishyatu yaha karyam purusho vadha tadanam samarabhate avinishchitakaritvat sa tu khalu chapalo bodhairnyeyaha. When a man does anything like killing or beating anyone without any forethought, he is said to be inconstant. That is, he is in the state of Chapalata without knowing immediately, beating. He is not definite in his work, in his action. He is impatient. Next one is joy, harsha, is caused by determinants such as attainment of a desired object, union with a beloved person, and also mental satisfaction, favor of gods, preceptors, kings, husband, receiving food, good clothing, money, enjoying them, etc. So, harsha. It is to be represented through brightness of the face, eyes, using sweet words, embracing, horripilation, perspiration, tears that come out of joy, etc. The shloka says, Prapye va, labdhe arte priya samagame vapi, hridaya manoratha labhe harshaha, sanjayate pumsam. Joy is caused to man. Here punsam refers to men, and it can be a common term also. When he attained any objects or obtained anything which is unattainable, prapye va labdhe arte, which is not attainable, if he attains that particular object or met his beloved, he has his heart's desire fulfilled. Nayana vadana prasada priya bhashalinganaischa romanchaihi lalitaischa angavikaraihi svedadhyaihi abhinayastasya. It is to be represented on the stage by brightness of the eyes and the face, loving words, embracing, delicate movements of the limbs, and perspiration, etc. Next is avega, agitation. Avega is caused by determinants such as wind or rain, outbreak of fire, running about of the elephants, hearing the very good or very bad news, strokes of calamity, etc. Avega is agitation. And in this connection, he says the portents which include lightning or falling of meteors or shooting stars, eclipse of sun or moon, etc. It is to be represented by looseness of all limbs, distraction of the mind, loss of facial color, surprise, etc. And he gives a difference of determinants for each and every variety. Let us see that now. Ityesho ashtavidho nyeyaha avegaha sambhramatmakaha. So it's of 8 types. Sthairena uttama madhyanam nichanam cha apasarpanat. He says this is of 8 kinds, characterized by patience on the part of Uttama, Madhyama and Adhama characters due to agitation. It is marked by flight. The sloka says, Apriya nivedanadi shravanad avadhirita vachanasya shastra kshepa trasad avego nama sambhavati. Agitation occurs over an unpleasant report, disregard of instruction, throwing a missile, and panic situations. Apriya nivedanadyo vishada bhavashrayo anubhavasya. I repeat, vishada bhavashrayo anubhavo asya sahasari darshanam chet praharana praharana parighattanam karyam. Agitation due to an unpleasant report has its consequence assuming a sad look, and that due to sudden appearance of enemy is to be represented by clash of weapons, he says. The prose verse is even given in detail. Bharata says, agitation due to violent wind will be represented by wheeling of face and rubbing the face, eyes, collecting the clothes, hurried going because of wind. You move forward, holding the dress and wiping the eyes, etc. Agitation due to rain, heavy rain. We move about, limping and quickly going around, running, looking for some covered shelter and trying to close the face or the head. Then agitation, running away due to fire, eyes troubled with smoke, wiping, narrowing down and running away from the place where the smoke comes. Running out of the fear of elephants, you run away from that place. Unsteady gait, fear, running away, tremor and looking back, and agitation due to some sound which is not to be heard. So looking on to the sides, covering the ears, looking with trembling eyes, getting up and embracing somebody, carrying away the clothes and ornaments and closing your body. Also weeping and horripilation. If it is agitation due to hearing something bad, crying, lying down, shouting, falling on the ground, lamenting, running away, etc. If it is due to smoke, running away, taking up the weapons and armors and running away, mounting on the elephants or chariots or horses and moving around, moving away, are to be represented. So, if you see this, they are all connected with the Natya. Of course, our life, how we behave, same thing. But it is little more exaggerated when we perform. Of course, it should look realistic, but it should reach the audience why you are running. So that maybe you cannot bring the smoke there or fire there in the center of the stage. But when you do that, you try to avoid the fire. So you should represent that to the audience. Namaste.